You want to tell Joey? Joey, you know what the Midnight Club is?
No.
Oh, you're a Nissan guy. You got to know this.
Oh my God!
Give him the history of the Midnight Club. You got to know this. You're gonna get a kick out of this.
So just like just running Toge, you've definitely recent U.S. car guys definitely know about Toge now, right? Kaiichi Tsuchiya, go out to canyon drifting. Okay, so imagine, okay, back in the day in Japanese, the car is actually with a bunch of guys together. They create culture for cars. So you have your canyon crew that runs in canyon, technical, not high speed. Then you have another crew. And you have the bozo, which is fancy, big wheel, loud, and gangster that rides in a big motorcycle. That's different. That's kind of like our stance right now. It's kind of cool too. Then you have the high speed guys. So the high speed guys were like curious about how do we modify cars that can be competitive and make our JDM car somewhat better and faster than European cars, right? But at the time, there's not that much testing ground, so they just do a testing on a freeway. They start building crazy car to go on the freeway. So sorry if people listening out there, not that we condone these regular actions, but so they start building crazy cars. So in order to qualify to get a Wangan Midnight Club sticker, so they always race on a Highway 1, which is called Wangan, which Wangan translated to English, it means Bayside. I'll tell you a story. I'll tell you the whole story on this later on. It's a very interesting story. So Wangan in Japanese, if you translate it to English, it's called Bayside. So they start racing on the Highway 1. He finished the loop. It'll be just like from here, let's say we go to downtown LA and come back. That's our loop, right? See who's the fastest. And second, to qualify to be in Midnight Club, you have to be keeping up with them, going 300 kilometers on the highway. Yeah, which is almost true. Yeah, 200 miles plus. Yeah. Yeah. So think about it, right? So that's how Midnight Club Wangan got famous, and it's most respected club. Nobody can, you cannot print those sticker and make it yourself. The sticker has to comes from the people within the club and the president himself.
Wow.
Okay? And the creator of Midnight Club Wangan, Midnight Club, it's a very, very famous guy that actually create our current car culture today. He has such a huge influence on our car cultures. So he owns an R32, and he was racing on Wangan. He still has his R32. So he works as a mechanic and in an assembly line and work his way up.
I don't think you should be saying. I don't think you should say too much about that, because we're not supposed to be. You're not supposed to disclose who the members are. They can get in a lot of trouble.
Actually, he already did it. He already did it on the news. I mean, there's actually a book come out. He actually showed he did. Let me see. I might have the book here.
Oh, so he opened it up. He told the world. Okay.
Yeah, all right. So he basically he posted an article too. I think the Drive. The channel that interviewed him talk about. I mean, he won't admit to that, but they talk about a story of him off the record in public. But however, because this is very important because it tells the story of this year. So the guy works for Nissan later on, of course. However, he co-developed certain cars, but he doesn't have the influence within Nissan. That's why 2020 is the 50th anniversary of the Nissan GTR. And there's a special color coming out called the Bayside Blue. So, so right after 1999 or 2000 on the R34 had the Bayside Blue. This is the first year Bayside Blue, which is Wangan Blue, comes back to be put on the GTR. So without talking about the name, I think that's cool. That's the story of this particular person that used to, and he's actually one of the founder and co-founder of Midnight Club. So that he able to later on put Wangan color back on the 2020 GTR for the 50th anniversary for the
Man, I wonder if he'll give me a sticker. I want a real sticker, because there are knockoff stickers everywhere. You can't put knockoff stickers on your car, because if a member sees it, they'll vandalize your car. I hear it was all about speed then, not really the technical kind of intricacies of the car or anything, or celebration of the car, the aesthetics. It was just purely speed and how fast your car could go.
Purely speed. It was it.
And
but to be on a freeway,
car. It could be any car. It doesn't have to be
car.
Nissan specific.
Yeah. So that's the story of the Midnight Club One Gun. And later, of course, later on turned into a video game. Now, I think Netflix has a movie coming out about them, and it's originally originally in Japanese, but now they actually have the English subtitle on there. So
there's an anime, there's a cartoon, Wangog Midnight, if you want to see it, Joe, if you've never seen it. It's pretty cool.
Man, that sounds awesome.
Hey, Sean, with this lockdown, there's news that there's a lot more street racing going on. A lot of cars are getting impounded. People are getting, claustrophobic, so they're going out. And all these secret racing spots are popping up all over LA. What do you think about that, man? Like, what is your take on that? Now you're a little older. You're not a young man anymore. A young kid with nothing to lose. You have perspective. What do you say to all those people out there that, have their little hot rods and, they want to go out there and go crazy? I don't know, man. It's like, we want to be responsible, but we still want to have fun with our cars. But how do we do that?
I think there's a track. I think the track is actually open starting next weekend. So I really think people you want to have some kind of speed and get out of your system, you should go join a track there. It's $150 to go to the track, right? And then first of all, you're avoiding getting jail time, which is let's do this. You go on the street, you do racing. You gotta get your car impounded. You're gonna get yourself a ticket. So impounding your car, they're gonna minimum hold your car for 7 days, and it's $150 a day, something like that. It's $1,000 right there. Then you gotta suffer a ticket. Well, either they give you reckless driving or excessive speed or whatever they have. I think it's right around about another $1,000. Then you have hire a lawyer, right, to fight for you. Then if you like your car goes to the impound lot. It's not gonna come out pretty. It's gonna get all dent up and scratched up. Spend $150. Willow Spring this weekend. Button Willow has track days that's open this weekend. Next weekend, 7 days from now. It's already open. So go take your anxiety out to the track day, then go fast and do burnouts. And if you crash your car over there, you should be still safe, and you're not endangering other people. I think the issue with street racing right now is a lot of people go there, they think it's cool, but they don't know how dangerous it is that they put themselves and other people, harm's way. It's gonna, I've seen accidents and people broke their legs and they lost their mobility for life because they went to see a street racing, and it's sad. It's really, really sad. And street are not meant to be raced on, And I've been taking everything to the track for a long, long, long time. When I was younger, of course, and trying to earn my street cred, and then I was like, I did so and so, I did this, But later on, of course, when I get older now I look at it, I go like, oh, dude, that is pretty stupid. I'm so glad that throughout that whole time, I didn't endanger other people. I didn't injure anything. I didn't have major, serious consequences that I'll regret for the rest of my life. I did crash my RX-7 with my best friend in my car. That actually was a rude awakening because I figured I can do anything. I was young, I'm a badass. I want to go out and, show them, I can go fast. And of course I crashed the car catch on fire. And I'm so glad that me and my best friend, we didn't die on that car, otherwise I'll lose a friend. Yeah. So think clearly before you go out doing high speed stuff, on the street, and you will endanger yourself. You're gonna make anybody who loves you really sad, and of course you're endangering other people. Then on top of that, you will severe penalty from the law enforcement. I was talking to CHP last week. It's pretty crazy. So compared to a year ago, March, they issued about 1,100 citation for speed going 100 miles an hour. Guess how much was this year? Just 1 month, whole March. So it went up to it went 85% again. Almost 2,000 some ticket was issued at over 100 miles an hour.
Wow. Yeah, I heard about that. Yeah,
it's 85%. It's 85%. It's crazy. It's crazy. Slow down. Yeah. It's not worth it. It's not worth it. Yeah.
Well said.
Like it's funny. Back in the day when I was younger, I want to build fast car, big horsepower, high speed stuff, and now it's like, I just want to cruise in a like 200 horsepower car, 135 horsepower car, just cruise and chill and enjoy. Then, of course, on my race cars, on the weekends, I put on a trailer, take them to the track, and just, burn through a couple sets of tires and have fun and be safe.
Yeah.
You know?
Makes the most sense.
Yeah. The young people have to think ahead, because at a time, I understand a lot of friends are egging you on, say, hey, do it, do this, do a burnout, do a donuts. You know, they're not real friends, man. They just want to see something fun, and hopefully you crash, they can put on Instagram. Look, this dummy, he crashed his car using the tree. I get my Instagram like. You know,
I was just going to say, speaking of friends, I was curious how you and Sung met.
Oh, you want to answer that?
We met at SEMA, and then, you know, we had mutual friends, and then it's a small community, you know. It's like, for some reason, we always would just bump into each other, and then slowly, you know, we were hanging out a little bit here and there, and then you know, then time happens where, you know, time. 1 year becomes 2 years, 2 years become 3, and then you realize, like, wow, you know, I've known Sean for a while, and then I've just, you know, from afar also, I've seen, you know, what he does with, you know, his charity with Purist, and you know, we have mutual friends that he also mentors, and you know, through the grapevine, you start to, you know, respect this man, you know, from afar, and then, you know, it was the kind of company that I wanted to keep, right? And so, you know, you can see today, Joey, just listening to Sean talk, you know, you can listen to him all day because he has such fascinating, you know, perspective, and his life journey, it's been challenging, but, you know, he's always able to mine something positive and be able to, you know, share that and give that back. And it's cool because there's all these cool cars, and it's a world of like coolness, right? The man cave is cool, but then, like he says, at the end of the day, it's, you know, it always resets you, going, yeah, these are just toys, man. We're not going to keep any of this stuff. We use it as tools to make a, you know, positive contribution, make, you know, to be able to have community, because without the cars, the three of us probably wouldn't be talking now, right? Like I would have never met you, Joey, right? But look how much you learned today. You learned all this history, like the Bayside Blue and all that stuff. But then, you know, there's always a balance with Sean. So, you know, that's our history. Hey, you know, speaking of cruises, Sean, I think after this lockdown, I want to go for like a nice drive, you know, like the freedom drive, this freedom rally, you know. It'd be nice to take that nice cruise across, you know, the country, or, you know, do a small like weekend trip. So be fun. You have something coming up pretty soon, right? On the May 16th, you have like a drive-by toy drive, something like that.
Yeah.
What's that about?
So there was this actually facilities called Helen Evans Home in Hacienda Heights. So they house, I think, between minimum 45 to 50 disability kids that suffer autism, severe autism, and disabilities. So remember, if we're normal people, we can play video game, we can listen to music, we can do all kinds of stuff to take away our attentions. They're locked down for the past 45, 60 days already. They couldn't come out, and there's no place because they usually, for those kids at those facility, let's say 2 o'clock in the afternoon, they can put them on the bus and take them to basketball court or swimming pool. They can do some activities over there. But now there's nothing open. So all these kids been trapping in a place for that long. It's like, and that's not healthy. That's not good, you know. So one of my very good friends is actually under sheriff, which is you know, Sheriff Alex. He's in the big boss. He's second in command, and he told me about, which is Mr. Tim Marigami. He actually told me about, hey, and he actually has, Sheriff has this agency called Youth Activity League. Okay, they call it YAL. So they want me to be able to work something with them to help the children. The idea of YAL is when you go after school, you have a lot of free times, right? So you go hang out on a park, go hang out here and there. Then you start hanging out with the gangsters. Then gangsters are using you, give you money, and do the wrong thing. So they create basketball program, judo program for free, absolutely free, and to have those kids come to their facility completely free after school. and they just, so you decrease your time that you will get involved with local gangsters and become one of the members. So this home is actually one of the within one of the districts they're working with. So the sheriff himself is going to be there. Now CHP is going to be there. LA Fire Department is going to be there. Purist is the only agency that's private, not state related, that's going to be there. So we arranged to have about 100 cars just to drive by the homes, show the kids, and also drop a little toys for them so they can play with. And the leftover those toys is going to go to different homeless shelter that sheriff's currently dealing with, and also a different similar type of facility that sheriffs are dealing with. So basically, again, it's standing here, play video game, Call of Duty. It's fun, but using my time to do something to serve the purpose, and also makes the car group of people, have something to do. It's pretty awesome. It's gonna be a great day.
Yeah. Now you have an annual toy drive, right? A Purist toy drive every year. Yeah. Now what's gonna happen? What month does that happen every year? And it's like the end of the year, right?
Yeah. So on our IG, we already posted. We just signed a contract this year. We're gonna be on December 6th, which is a Sunday. And that's usually one of our biggest events every year. We have we'll get about 15 to 20,000 pieces of toys, which is quite a lot. And on display before, we had probably about maybe 600 cars. But this year I'm doubling the space. So we might be, because I want to open up, because it used to be too cramped. And a lot of people, 2018, a lot of people want to come in, they couldn't come in. So the traffic was everywhere. So I'm opening up a bigger display area. So I'm actually pushing out the parking. I'm renting a high school across the street as a parking lot. And so and we also set up shuttle service. People can just hop on a shuttle and come and see the show and drop all the toys. So this year's much, much bigger. Yeah, we just made an announcement.
You think that by December, everything will be safe enough for us to get together in those kind of numbers? You feeling optimistic about that, Joe?
Yeah, I think so. It should be. But again, I hope so, because I'm not a virus expert, but I think with all the helps right now, people are getting or going to get, and government's finally catching up to speed. It should be okay. Just people really have to focus on treating this more seriously and stay at home more often. Really have to practice your social distancing skills, because wear a mask, wash your hand more often. A lot of people think this is still a common flu, but you got to know, currently 6% of people who catch the flu die. That's quite a big number. It's really sad. You got to know. Doesn't matter 2% or 6%. Anybody who shouldn't pass away because of this. And it's something you can prevent it by. Try to stay home, try to keep a social distancing from others, and I think do our job as citizens to protect other citizens.
Yeah, but I wonder how it's gonna how it's May already, May, June, July. How are we gonna be able to figure everything out and have a vaccination so we can get together in big numbers like this? Dude, the social distancing thing is the biggest problem for me. I realize is that. Because I'm a hugger, man. I touch people. When I laugh, I hit people. I grab them, and it's as soon as I see people, I just want to grab people, and that's the hardest part, because I feel that part of my heart is dying. It's shriveled. It's there's no water being poured on it, and I don't know, man. And it's I fear. Yeah, right.
I feel you. Yeah, I'm like you too. I see people, I just want to give them a big hug, right? You know me, right? So it's tough. It's really tough. It's really tough. But right now, to protect yourself and your surrounding, your family, you have to kind of force yourself to stay away from other people. It's just very unfortunate.
Yeah.
So.
Oh, cool. Well, yeah. I look forward to this thing in December. Hopefully, everything is okay by then, so we could be hanging out and do something positive together. Enjoy. I mean, you're not too far away. Maybe you
No.
could bring your car from Arizona, join us.
Oh, definitely. I always drive up to LA, so it wouldn't be a problem for me.
And we had a lot of people drive on from Nevada and Arizona and also Canada to be in this event. If you go online,
oh wow,
yeah, go to YouTube, just Google Purist Group Winter Drive 2018. You get to see everything. It's from JDM, from Euro, from Porsche, Lamborghini, Koenigsegg, and Pagani. This is crazy stuff.
That's awesome. That's awesome, man. I love the cause that you guys are doing it for. So that's awesome. Really helping people out.
Yeah, it's been fun. And you know, and the funny thing about people like, can I donate money? No, I don't take money, but we've never done fundraising. So to come to this show, they have to donate toys to get in. So it's 100% free. You know, just coming and pay and drop a $10 toy and bring your whole family in. Great car days.
That's great.
That's really cool.
Yeah. Hey, you know, thanks for sharing with us, you know, the whole ethos and spirit behind Purist. And, you know, I have to say, you know, I would be honored to be a Purist member. So, you know,
you already are.
Yeah. So thank you. But hey, guys, thanks for hanging out. And this was awesome. I think, well, I don't want to see any more cars because I think we want to devote, like, you know, an episode to each car. So I don't want to go through a whole bunch of cars and just get bits and pieces. That FC was a great tour. That was worth it. So thanks for showing your cool car. Thanks for sharing your wisdom and perspective, Sean. And
thank you.
Let's hang out again soon. All right.
Sounds good.
Thanks, Joey. All right.
Stay safe, guys.
All right. Thanks for tuning in to Sung's Garage. Now, I hope you enjoyed this episode of Your Car, My Car. I really love Sean's definition of a purist, that your heart should be pure to help others. And as a car group of people, to combine our resources to help impact our community in a positive way. I hope we can all strive to be purists. As always, let's all continue to stay indoors if possible and stay safe during these tough times. For all those medical first responders or essential people helping, I truly send my thanks to all of you. All right, y'all be good.